morning to you. Welcome to the JUNTO NAKATANI, RYOSUKE NISHIDA, Bantamweight Unification live stream. Narrated by REED-BBS, BBS. All right, let's do it, y'all. We are here. It is time for the WBC IBF 118-pound Unification bout. WBC champion JUNTO NAKATANI, top 10 in the world pound for pound, 3-weight world champion, former WBO champ at flyweight, WBO champ at super flyweight, now the reigning WBC bantamweight champion, 30-0, 23 KOs. Squaring off against RYOSUKE Nishida, who is 10-0, 2 KOs. Both men from Japan. The fight is being held in Japan, Ariake Arena. And already sitting ringside, I saw my dude, my bruh, my Tomodachi Naoya Inoue. He's an interested observer. For one, his brother Takuma is a bantamweight. But more importantly, as you may have heard, Nakatani and Naoya Inoue have verbally agreed to meet in 2026. Given that both men keep winning, Inoue, he's flirting with featherweight, and he'll be facing MJ Akhmadaliev in September of this year in defense of his super bantamweight title, undisputed super bantamweight titles. And of course, Nakatani is vying to become unified for the first time at any weight against Nishida tonight. But they're about to get into the co-main event right now. We still got a whole nother bout. Tenshin Nasukawa is up next in the co-main event, and then we'll get to the main event. If you've been a part of my live streams, you know I'll be in and out. But once the main event starts, that's what that is. We'll be covering that in depth. I give my assessment of the fight. Don't really score it so much. And I'm not afraid of scoring around even. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun, man. I do these type of live streams for fights in Asia mostly. It's not a lot of brothers getting up to see an Inoue fight or a Nakatani fight, for example. It's just now 5:12 in the AM here in America, in Dallas, Texas, where I'm at. And I'm actually supposed to be at work by 7 a.m. later on this morning. I'll go in, but if this fight is the priority. So if the fight goes long, if Tenshin goes the distance, and then the Nakatani Nishida fight goes the distance, that'll push us close or past 7 a.m., but I'll still be here doing this. Rest assured. Rest assured. But yeah, I'll do a myriad of things. I'll blow my nose sometimes. I'll have some of my non-alcoholic beer, Budweiser Zero. Still looking for some sponsorship, Budweiser Zero. I'll at your boy. I'm a big fan. What was the hair clip for men slogan? I'm not just a client, I'm also the president, something like that, whatever. That's what I'm trying to say about Bud Zero. But yeah, interesting note on Tenshin Nasukawa. The handful of fights of his that I've seen, starting with the exhibition against Floyd Mayweather many years ago, he's always had his hair dyed and spiked, or dyed and spiked. Well, tonight, Tenshin Nasukawa's hair is just basic black. Never seen his hair, quote unquote, normal before. I almost had to do a double take. Like, is that Tenshin? Because the hair, bro. But yeah, Tenshin Nasukawa, normal hair. He'll be fighting Victor Santion, who's 14-1, 5 KOs. Tenshin is 6-0, 2 KOs in boxing. So there was a first round KO on this card. Riku Masada KO'd somebody. And then we just had a distance fight between two bantamweight contenders whose names escape me. And now we're getting into the co-main event, 10 rounds. Tenshin Nasukawa versus Victor Santion. This promises to be the toughest fight of Tenshin's young boxing career. Right now it's 5:15 in the a.m. And let's have a good Sunday, June the 8th. Again, I will give round by round of the main event. We're not even in the co-main event yet. They're about to walk to the ring. Tenshin Nasukawa and Victor Santion are about to walk to the ring. So we've got probably a smooth 30 minutes before the main event. Because I don't know, just looking at these two, I don't see early KO in the Nasukawa Santion fight. I'm not smelling an early KO there. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Excuse me while I do some house cleaning. As you dip your head in, please comment. Leave me a comment. I'll read all comments during the live stream. I'll respond to any and all questions. Tell me where you're from. Are you in America? Or are you abroad? Are you in Japan? Where are you? Talk to me. Let's do some house cleaning while I'm up. While I'm up. JUNTO Nakatani versus RYOSUKE Nishida. Bantamweight Unification live stream. Narrated by REED-BBS. They're showing Tenshin highlights now, him doing his Spider-Man pose in his corner. Tenshin is being positioned for that next wave of bantamweights. The logical presumption is that Nakatani will come out on top once all of the belts are consolidated. He'll, of course, move up to challenge Naoya Inoue for Japanese and low-key world supremacy. Because when they meet, that's not just, it is the biggest fight in Japanese history, but that's one of the bigger, probably the best fight to be made currently in all of boxing, regardless of weight, nationality, culture, be damned. Inoue versus Nakatani is the best fight to be made in boxing, to me. I said what I said. Mark, Australia, Melbourne. Mark, my man, how you doing, bro? They're not showing the fight there. You don't have ESPN Plus, I take it. Well, I got you, brother. They still showing Tenshin Nasukawa highlights. James Valdez, what's popping, James? What's good? What up, Mark? Are you the same, Mark, that comments on my Inoue and Nakatani videos? If so, thank you for tuning in, brother. You're very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. I like having you comment and watch my videos. I'm very appreciative. Thank you, brother. Australia in the building. Hello, James Valdez. Where you from, brother? Where you from, bruh? Mighty Mark. So I have Nakatani, of course, winning. I have him by a unanimous decision or a very late stoppage. I believe he stopped all of his bantamweight opponents. Not only stopped them all, but stopped them all in 6 rounds or fewer. I think I'm expecting this fight to go more than 6 rounds. Junto wins. Nishida gives him his sternest test, I believe, at bantamweight for certain. Yeah, Tenshin, he's playing it close to the vest. Nothing crazy about the hair, no special dye. I mean, you can see that. You can tell that smile from anywhere. But yeah, you had to step back on the scale a time or two, looks like. We're showing weigh-in footage. Oh, shit. He had to strip down at the weigh-in. They had to whip out the towel. Japanese Boxing Commission ain't playing. Here's his towel, motherfucker. Need you to make this weight. We need you to make this weight. Look like Tenshin has a green, had his robe on. It was green and black. Green robe with black stripes. Inoue in the building, keeping a close eye on Junto. Yeah. I saw that, Mark. What do they say? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's going to be a good fight. Nakatani and Inoue, of course. And to me, the longer it takes for those two to fight, the better it is for Nakatani. If they fight anytime in the next, say, year, 6 months to a year, Inoue all day. But if it takes a year and a half, going on 2 years to make that fight happen, I don't know why it would, but the longer it takes them to fight, the better Nakatani's chances are. How do you see Inoue versus Nakatani? Inoue and Brian Norman meet up. Yeah, Norman's fighting the Japanese welterweight over there. He fought on an Inoue or Junto card. I wasn't that impressed with the welterweight, but I get it. Brian Norman, he sees the money-making potential in Japan, even though it's in the lower weights. But hell, let's trickle some of that money on up to the welterweights. Why not? But yeah, Norman, going to make that money over there and then come unify against Boots. Assuming Boots remains a welterweight. I'm hearing Boots might be deciding to move up to 54 after all. After turning down a fight with Virgil Ortiz at 54. And then deciding to unify against Stanionis. We need answers from Boots. We need answers from Boots. I know Teofimo was trying to make a fight with him. And there was like nothing, no response from Boots' end. Now he might be moving up to 54. But what are we doing, Boots? What are we doing? I still think Inoue has the advantage, but Junto is getting better. Exactly. I agree. Anytime in the next year and a half, you got to favor Inoue. Yeah, Boots should just beat T.O., make some money, and move. Yeah, it's not as difficult as fighters make it. Like, I don't understand it sometimes. So Santion is walking to the ring, red robe, blue gloves. Looks very confident. Not bothered at all by being on the other man's home turf. Santion steps through the ropes. Who's your bet, Pacquiao or Barrios? So see, I love Pacquiao, and all those clips of Pacquiao doing his shadow boxing and ripping off the fast rapid fire combinations. Those are like the Mike Tyson mitt work videos. When we see Mike, dude holding the mitts and wearing the body thing, and we see Mike going to work, looks like vintage Mike Tyson, right? Oh shit, look at Mike. You see this Mike video? But then, like we saw in the Jake Paul fight, you realize this man 58 years old. 58 is 58. And the lower you are in weight, the more age hurts you. So with that said, Pacquiao being 46 and inactive for as long as he's been, he didn't look good in the Ugas fight, his last fight. He didn't look good in these little exhibitions that he's had. But Barrios, the beauty of it is Barrios, he's not the type that's just going to beat somebody up. He's not real physical. If he beats Pacquiao, it won't be by stoppage. So you asked me for a prediction. I'm going to root for Pacquiao. I'd love to see him win. And if he wins, apparently Manny wants to fight fucking Tank Davis. Would love to see that. But it's hard, man, to make a sound prediction on a motherfucker that's in and out of the game like Manny is. You know, also, you don't win the election in the Philippines. Now let's box again. But we'll know more after that fight. I'll favor Manny. I think the safe pick is probably Barrios. Hell, since Barrios beat Ugas, the same Ugas that beat Manny. Barrios is the safe pick by decision. Let's see. And thank you for asking, Ad Ramiro Soriano. Prediction Pack versus Barrios. Mark, you see Nick Ball going to fight Goodman on August 16th. Shit, is Mark, are we sure Goodman's taking the fight? I don't trust that dude no more. I don't trust that dude no more. Whenever I hear the words, and I'm assuming you mean Sam Goodman, whenever I hear the words Sam Goodman, negativity just comes over me, and I'm expecting the worst. If they fight, give me Nick Ball. I like Nick Ball. Little short ball of muscle, aggressive dude. I loved when he need TJ Doheny. He might get cut again. Right, he could. I don't trust that dude, man. I don't trust Sam Goodman. If you're gonna back out, do it like the guy that Cardenas was the replacement for, the WBC mandatory, who was trained by Eric Morales. Do it that way. Have your trainer be like, look, he's not ready. We'll come up with these cuts and recuts. And then before that, you hurt your hand and shit. Picasso, yes, David Allen Picasso. If you're going to buy out, do it like he did. Don't do it like Goodman. Goodman's postponed either way 3 different times, man. Bye. Christopher C. Hello, Christopher C. If y'all don't mind, guys, please hit the like button on your way in. Add Ramiro Soriano, where you from, brother? Where you from? Christopher C., where you from, brother? Let me know where y'all are chiming in from. By the way, they're just now introducing Tenshin Nasukawa and Victor Santion. They're both in the ring. Jimmy Leonard Jr. is literally announcing their names. I'll be doing full action for the main event, Nakatani Nishida. I'll give you some round by round here for the co-main event. Add Ramiro Soriano from the Philippines, brother. All right. From the Philippines. Mark said Picasso is going to fight on the Pacquiao card. How about that? So we're bringing it all home together. I like that. I like the teamwork, gentlemen. I like the teamwork. David Allen Picasso. El Rey. Yeah, him. Shit, super bantamweight. If and when anyway moves up to featherweight, super bantamweight still going to be loaded. You still have Cardenas there. Sam Goodman may develop some courage. Well, no, you said he's moving up to featherweight to face Nick Ball. Never mind. That's a good fight for Ball. If Ball beats the shit out of him, knowing the history that Goodman has with Inoue, that'll be just a good feather for Ball to have in his cap. Because he's a projected opponent, of course, for Inoue's featherweight debut. I love when Tenshin does his little shit. His little pre-fight demonstrative moves and gestures. Santion's a good bit taller. Got a good 3 inches or more. Oh, hell no. They got him listed at 5'5" and 5'5.5". Not unless Santion is fighting in stiletto boxing shoes. No, sir. He's at least 3 inches taller. Bell rings. Round 1. Tenshin has a green, white, and black pattern. His gloves are black with the green and white in it. He looks the part. Add Ramiro Soriano, brother, your prediction if will fight happen. Nakatani versus Bam. I love me some Bam. I love Bam Rodriguez. Bam. Whoa, Bam. Bam. I love Bam Rodriguez, but I don't see one. I don't see anybody moving up in weight. I don't see a quote unquote smaller guy moving up to beat Naoya Inoue. At the same time, I don't see a smaller guy moving up to beat Junto Nakatani. And Bam, he's a smaller guy. You know, he's a flyweight champ. He's not a super flyweight champ. He's shorter. I was talking about Tenshin being shorter than Santion, his opponent. Bam Rodriguez, hell, Nakatani's 5'7.5", 5'8". Bam's like 5'5", 5'4.5". So great fight. We need to see it, but give me Nakatani. I'll take Nakatani over Bam. And I'm saddened. I'm saddened for some reason that I feel that way. Bam is from the state of Texas. I live in Texas. But yeah, my opinion, it's not that I want either guy to win over the other. I just see their styles in there together, and I see Nakatani coming out ahead. Taller, longer, as athletic, if not more. Nakatani likes to sit back and counter. Bam will probably accommodate that and bring the fight. That's what will make this Nishida fight interesting, because he may force Nakatani to lead, which Nakatani can do, but he'll take a couple rounds of observation and then he'll click, oh, okay, let me go ahead and take the lead here. That's why I think the Nakatani-Nishida fight goes past 6 rounds. Tenshin Santion round 1 just ended. I'm about to go on the patio and smoke real quick. Y'all keep lacing me up with questions. I'll respond to all questions. I appreciate the comments and the likes. And we just completed round 1 of the co-main event for those of you that aren't able to watch. And just on observation, I think the co-main event, I'm smelling 10 rounds. I'm smelling the full 10. Let's eat, brother. Thank you for your better answer to my question. You're welcome, brother. Thank you for rocking with me, Ad Ramiro Soriano. Thank you from the Philippines, brother. I shall return. Y'all don't go away. Still in round 2, looks like, of Tenshin Nasukawa versus Victor Santion. Going to the patio. All right, we are back, fellas. We are back. Let's do this. So another round just ended in the Tenshin Santion fight. Yeah, sometimes you can just see a distance fight. You can see, oh yeah, distance. Oh, it's scheduled for 10, 10. Oh, it's scheduled for 12, 12. That's what Tenshin and Santion looked like to me. There's a jitteriness. I'm still figuring out Tenshin. Again, my first time, my introduction to him was the Floyd exhibition, which isn't fair. Hell, he was giving away like 30-something pounds or some shit. What time will start the main event? Yeah, Mr. Ad Ramiro Soriano. We're about to start. We're in the co-main event. Let me say that. We're in the co-main event. They're just now about to start round number. Come on, show me the graphics. Oh my God. We are now in round number 4 of the co-main event. Tenshin Nasukawa, Victor Santion. Round number 4 just started and is scheduled for 10. And I firmly believe this one has the makings of a full 10-round fight, in my opinion. I hope it doesn't. I would love for it to end this round. Because, hell, I got to go to work later on today. But if I have to be late, I'll be late. I'll be here doing this until after the Nakatani Nishida fight. Rest assured. Tenshin's firing southpaw jabs. Santion is mostly catching. He's not getting hurt, but he's mostly catching shots. They're both southpaw. Santion slower. Both men fighting center ring, staying in the pocket primarily. Good left hand from Tenshin. Santion responds with some jabs. Tenshin catching them hooks with his arms. Some good action here in round 4. The other rounds may have been like that too. Mr. Ad Ramiro Soriano, yeah. So we're just in round 4. It's gonna go the full 10 rounds, I think. Then it'll probably be 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes between the. Oh shit! Tenshin is cut over his left eye. I don't know if that was. The ref didn't separate them like it was a clash of heads neither, so it must have been a punch. Wow, he's got a, and then Tenshin comes back with a good left hand. And now he comes under with a left to the body. Things have just heated up in this Tenshin fight. Yeah, he's got a lot of blood coming down his left eye. Maybe it won't go 10. Shit. That cut has kind of sparked a level of urgency in Tenshin. The bell just rang, so he'll get the minute in between rounds. They're working on the cut now. He's looking off. Tenshin is looking off into the crowd. Almost like he wants someone in particular his attention. We got some drama. A little bit of drama in the co-main event. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We got drama. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. I just looked away for a second. And I look back and he's bleeding. And the ref didn't break him. You know, if there's a headbutt, usually the ref will break him and look at both men's heads. There was none of that. which tells me it had to have been a punch. They didn't show no replay in between rounds, so or else I would tell you. Round 5. Round 5. Almost halfway through this one. The co-main event. Tenshin Nasukawa versus Victor Santion. Tenshin again is wearing green trunks with black and white trim. His shoes and his gloves match. He's very nicely decked out. I like when guys actually, you don't have to be overly fashionable, but I like when your shit matches. If you look good, you fight good. Santion, red trunks, white trim, white shoes, blue gloves. I have no true sense of who's winning, but because I have the volume down, so I can't hear the commentary, and I just started really paying attention in the 4th round. We're in the 5th round now, but it seems as if Tenshin Nasukawa is in control. Santion is not imposing himself in any type of way. I mean, there was the cut, but since then, it's been all Tenshin. Okay, good pivots, Tenshin. I guess that's an ode to Lomachenko. Shout out to Lomachenko, who retired this week. Give me some pivots. Speaking of pivots, back to Bam Rodriguez, the pivot master, and meister. Bam. Whoa, Bam. Tenshin is going to work with that left hand. Uppercuts to the head and body. Now he's coming with right hands to the body. He's going to be a problem. Once Nakatani moves up and whatever, maybe by the time Bam gets to bantamweight, Tenshin will probably have one of the belts. That's some good shit to look forward to. Bam versus Tenshin. Who knows what Takuma Inoue will be doing by then. Just having that Inoue name there to fight, that's a plus. He's not, that good, but it's good to have him there, have that name there, because, Naoya's going to be at the fight, and then there'll always be talks and shit of that guy possibly facing Naoya. Round 5 just ended. We are in between rounds 5 before the start of round 6 of the co-main event between Tenshin Nasukawa and Victor Santion. There's been no more problems. Tenshin had a bad cut in the 4th round. It opened in the 4th. It was trickling bad in the 4th. I didn't see a trickle in the 5th round. That's like the greatest cut work ever done in between rounds and shit. Not even 2 full rounds later, and here we are. We're in round 6 now. And of course, we got the bantamweight unification fight in the main event. JUNTO Nakatani versus RYOSUKE Nishida. Can't wait. Can't wait. That's going to be dope. The ref's warning them about something. A little bit of some red back on Tenshin's eye. I think it's from having his glove up and blocking shots. Full counter from Tenshin. He's got some good American schooling. He has a jitteriness to him that I mentioned earlier, but since he got cut, he's sat down more on his punches, and he's showing some good American upper body movement, some good technical shit that I like. Holding the phone and pivoting nicely, just pivoted again. Some good schooling. There's some good schooling, and it's not superficial. Like, he's using it in live action because Santion, he's winning. Tenshin is winning, but Santion is trying to inflict damage. Like, he's not just here to collect a check. Santion is. This ain't sparring. This is live work that Tenshin's getting. And he's looking good. Here in round 6. Here in round 6. I'm supposed to be at work on the clock in an hour and 5 minutes. That's not going to happen. I'll be there today, but not in an hour and 5 minutes. Hour and 4 minutes, excuse me. 7 a.m. Central Time, I'm supposed to be there. Oh, by the way, Jai Opataya is fighting right now also. Oh, by the way. In case you care. I like Jai Opataya. I wish he could get that Zurdo Ramirez fight. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they eventually unify. Cruiserweight, if you're not unified, no one really cares. If you're not unifying or unified, Zurdo has, most of the belts. I think Bout Jack has one of the others, but let's go and unify Cruiserweight. What are we doing? No one cares about any non-title Cruiserweight fight. And if you got a belt, he got a belt. Y'all need to consolidate, man. Let's go. What are we doing? Well. We're in round 6. Well, this could be 7 of the Tenshin Nasukawa Victor Santion fight. I'll give round by round, full round by round of the main event. Have no fear. In as few as 3 to 6 months with Dr. I actually started this live stream. I didn't start early, but the action was running behind. Hell, the co-main event hadn't even started when I went live. And that's typically not how... Thanks, brother. Got an idea of fight until I watch a YouTube upload. Hope you called up work to let them know. Yeah, they know. They know. It's all good. It's just a weekend job too, so it's it's no pressure, but yeah. Tenshin Nasukawa. We're in round 7, 1 minute left. We're moseying on along. We should have, it's almost 6. It's right at 6 a.m. here. Nakatani and Nishida will be in the ring by 6:20. I say 20 more minutes. We'll know when round. Yeah, 20, 25 minutes. The main event fighters will be in the ring. By 6:30, they'll be in the ring. 6:30 or sooner. Santion still game and somewhat competitive, but he's not trying quite as hard to win. He could afford to step on the gas, especially knowing you're on another man's home turf. You were brought here to lose. Knowing all of that, if you're trying to win, don't leave it up to chance. Step on the gas. We'll see if Santion does that in these last couple rounds. We shall see. They're showing Nishida glove up. RYOSUKE and both other bantamweight champions are there. Everybody in the building. Seiya Tsutsumi. I forget the other title's name. I'm sure they'll show graphics with all of them in it. Seiya Tsutsumi. Round number 8 just began. 8, 9, and 10. So that's 9 minutes. Minute in between, that's 11 minutes. Post-fight interview, scorecard, yeah. Somewhere in the 6:20, 6:30 range. We should have Nakatani and Nishida in the ring. They still ain't shown Nakatani. They just showed Nishida gloving up in between the last round. I'm assuming they'll probably do so. Give me some Nakatani, man. Jazz me a little bit. Let me see what colors he wearing. I'm into all that goofy shit. I want to see what they wear, pre-fight body language, who they laughing with, who are they surrounding themselves with, pre-fight, their vibe, what music is playing. I like to absorb all of that. To try to get a sense of where the fighter's head is. Sometimes it means nothing. Most times it means nothing, but still interesting. Santion, Tenshin's bleeding again. Good left hand from Tenshin. Tenshin's not going to be no easy win for anybody. And the thing is, y'all better beat him now. Earlier in his career is the time to beat him because he's only going to get better and more seasoned. I see more schooling and polish on him in this fight than I have in any other fight. I don't know what was up with that Floyd exhibition. Was that staged? Because he got the shit beat out of him. And the size difference, Floyd was 150 something pounds, and Tenshin was $120. It looked like a man Looked like a grown man fighting a fucking middle school kid. But then the way Tenshin was on the ground, kind of flopping around, it just something was off about that fight. That fight. I think I read where Floyd might have owed the Japanese government some money. So he had to do this fight. It might have been New Year's, something. I don't even care enough to research it, to fact check, but it was something off about the Floyd Tenshin event. Let's just call it that event. Well. I believe we just started round 9, y'all. We're getting closer to the promised land. Yes, we are in round 9 of the co-main event. The co-main event. Winding it on down. Floyd is Tenshin's idol. That's why he copies his style. Okay. Antonio Vargas from USA is WBA champ. Tsutsumi has eye injury. He's champion recess. Takai, yeah. Yoshiki Takai, I believe is his name. WBO, the other champ. Thank you, Mark. You be on your shit, Mark. You a bad man, Mark. You a bad man. I appreciate you, brother. I really do. I don't know if Mark has a channel or what have you, but support him, y'all. Mark knows his shit. That brother there. I always love when he comments on my videos. Thank you very much, Mark. Much appreciated. I learned through him. Good left hands from Tenshin. He looks a lot fresher than Santion now. Santion's tough, and it was good for Tenshin to get the work, get a cut, have some areas of adversity. Mark said, no, I don't. Thanks, brother. You're just a dude that likes boxing. I can respect that. James Valdez, smash that like button. Yes, sir, sir. Smash that like button, please. Thank you very much. We got a good group for this live stream. I'm digging y'all, fellas. Appreciate it. Thank you for rocking with me. All right, round 9 just ended. We're about to get to the 10th and final round of the co-main event between Tenshin Nasukawa and Victor Santion. I don't know what's up with this patch of hair on the side of Tenshin's right side of his head that it's like he faded it out intentionally. But on the other side, usually you'll have that and it matches the other side of the head, but it doesn't. The other side is just normal hair. Anyway, you know, I don't know why I'm examining hairstyles. I don't have hair no more. Good left hand from Tenshin. Hell, I ain't had hair since my 20s, truth be told. Good solid performance from Tenshin. Some substance. He's got a flashy style, but I saw some substance today. And I complained earlier about him being a little jittery, and he sat down. He calmed shit down. He was more composed against a tougher guy. Everybody said, "Hey, this is the toughest test of his career." Well, Tenshin raised his game. He's dropping bombs on Santion right now. He's trying to get him out of there. Tenshin is. Santion's tough, fighting back. He's slower though. They're trading. Good exchange of shots at the tail end of round 10, the 10th and final round. Good body shot from Tenshin. Mm. Mm. Tenshin stung Santion there with a series of left hands. Another good left hand. He's pretty damn accurate, Tenshin is. Santion just hit on the break. Now the refs are warning him. It was more of a tired. Santion did it to catch a break. He hit on the break to catch a break, get his wind back for the last little flurry of the fight. Oh, good left hand Tenshin. Oh, Tenshin is throwing bombs now. They're going to war. Oh, Santion, he's tired. These two dudes brawling. They went down swinging, boy. Way to end it. Tenshin, blood splattered on the left side of his face. That was a good fight. Good co-main event. Damn, Rudy Hernandez is in Tenshin's corner. Ugh. Good left hand Tenshin. I don't like that. So now Hernandez, I just saw him wiping Tenshin's face. I don't know if he's the head trainer, what role he plays, but so you haven't been with Nakatani all this time. Damn. I understand trainers got more than one fighter, but personally, I would want my guy, at least if you're going to do more fights on the same card, let's have a fight in between my fight and the last fight you worked. I don't want you to be off here working with this guy and then I got to fight. So now I don't get my warm-up time, proper warm-up time with him because the networks are going to try to speed Nakatani up. He may want to do mitts and shit and only have this guy wrap his hands. Who knows? But I don't know. I'm venting. Nakatani probably could care less or couldn't care less. It's probably not the first time it's happened. But we'll see. They went to the cards. Jimmy Lennon is reading them. Tenshin won. I can't hear. I don't have the volume up, but yeah, shit is obvious. Winner, Tenshin Nasakawa. I'm sure they're going to interview Tenshin. So the co-main event is over. Mark, Rudy probably the cut man. Junto has other Japanese trainers to warm him up anyway, as long as he's in the corner later. All right, I'll trust you, Mark. I'll trust you. I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous, brother. I believe you were on with me when Inoue got dropped in the Cardenas fight. I think you were on. I was a little nervous. I think Nishida's going to be more of a spoiler, though. He don't good body puncher, but he ain't bringing nothing to the head that Nakatani needs to worry about. If anything, he's going to try to stink the joint out, I think, Nishida. He's already said he thought his path to victory was tactical, which means he's not going to come out guns blazing or none of that. All right. Co-main event is over. I'm going to step on the patio one final time before the main event. Rudy Hernandez, the brother of the late, great Hall of Famer Genaro Hernandez, former 130-pound champion. That's who Floyd Mayweather won his very first world title from, was Genaro Hernandez. Real good fighter. And Rudy was his trainer. Rudy's older. Genaro's dead. Rudy's older than him. Not often the younger brother passes first. Genaro's been dead for a minute, too. Nishida brought in Elijah Pierce and Dennis McCann for sparring. He looked strangely confident, so he might be a spoiler. He has a very good observation, Mark. He, of course, I didn't know all of that, but I even spoke on how he wasn't impressed. He wasn't an asshole or nothing or combative with Nakatani, but he wasn't in awe of him either. He wasn't like, oh my God, this is Nakatani. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate the honor. You know, he was he was kind of dismissive, like looked him up, okay, whatever. And I like that. You know, if we're gonna fight, let's fight, man. You don't have to be an asshole or do none of this shit that Keyshawn Davis and his brothers did. You gotta make it like that, classless. You know, let's be professional. But we don't have to be all buddy and taking selfies and shit. Well, no, it's a fight. It's a fight. Afterwards, we can have some drinks, go have a steak dinner. But yeah, if we're trying to fight, you know, let's keep it what it is. How long, brother, for main event? Add Ramiro Soriano. The co-main event just ended. I think the fighters, the main event, they should be in the ring in about 10 minutes. It's where I'm at, it's almost 6:20 a.m. Both fighters should either be in the ring or walking to the ring by 6:30. And I'll still have the live stream up. I'll still have the live stream up, and I will give round by round for the main event, full round by round. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for joining me. Good time. Let's enjoy this. Felt a little different. 7:20 p.m. where you're at. Oh, okay, 7:20 in the evening. So yeah, by 7:30, they should both be in the ring. Hell, Tenshin is still in the ring right now taking pictures. He's already had his interview, but he's still in the ring posing for pictures. Probably 10 more minutes. I'm going to take about 3 to 5 minutes to step away again before the main event. best channel in the world, sir. Thank you very much. Never by my lonely. I appreciate the kind words. Where are you chiming in from, sir? Got a few more people in the stream. Thank you for joining. This is the JUNTO versus RYOSUKE Nishida Bantamweight Unification live stream, narrated by yours truly, REED-BBS. BBS. So yeah, co-main event's over. All that's left to do is get the WBC champion and the IBF champion into the ring. Ring magazine belt also at stake. And let's duke it out. I've got Nakatani by unanimous decision or late stoppage. There's really not much other way to see this one. Nishida's a decent body puncher. Of his 2 KOs, 1 is to the body. They both are tall and have long frames, long torsos, which could leave both susceptible to body shots. They're showing some ads right now. They're showing a lot of ads. They're showing a lot of goddamn ads. Like, come on. What are we doing? That's a lot of goddamn ads. Okay. Nishida looked skinny as fuck at the weigh-in yesterday. He looked a bit more drained, whereas Nakatani looks normal. That's normal Nakatani. I don't know. Just an observation. Nishida looked a little bit drained at the weigh-ins. Let's do this, man. Unification rules the nation, rules the world. All right, JUNTO Nakatani, 30-0, 23 KOs versus RYOSUKE Nishida, 10-0, 2 KOs. There he is, Nakatani. He's got a very shimmery, shiny robe. It had some big white striping. I couldn't tell if the color, it looked reddish, brownish. I don't know. It showed a quick glimpse of him. They'll show him again. I believe they're doing the anthems now. They're doing something. Bantamweight unification, baby. Let's do this. Yes, sir. Let's do this. Well, I said 6:30. They're not in the ring yet, but no one else is in the ring either, for that matter. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Like, I don't know what they're doing. There's like two ladies in the ring and they're just showing light. They're just flashing lights around like nothing's happening. Do anything else. I don't know if this is a network thing or what have you, but yeah. I wasn't speaking because there's literally nothing going on at all. Ariake Coliseum, Tokyo, Japan. Ariake's a good size arena. They use that. Not Tokyo Dome is a big one, obviously, but Ariake, they have some good fights there. Some good, meaningful shit. Most of them these days, I would say, from what I've observed. Okay, guys, what are we doing? Shit. Referee in the ring. Like, everybody else is there. Shit, let's go. Jimmy Lennon in there. Now they're showing after Nakatani's last fight, when Nishida got in the ring, they're showing highlights of that. Now there's a Nishida pre-fight. Nishida's about to walk. And we're showing him a little brief highlight packet, and then he should be walking to the ring. Good body shot. He's a good, solid fighter. There's just nothing spectacular about him. There's nothing extra about him. And Junto is extra. That's the difference here. If Nishida hangs around, I mean, I don't see why he would move up. If he hangs around at bantamweight after Nakatani leaves, he'll be a player still. Him Tenshin if Bam moves up. It'll actually be more competitive once Junto leaves. Nakatani. I love how calm him and Inoue are together. They're going to fight hard, man. They are going to fight hard. It reminds me of that gentlemanly yet competitive nature that Bud Crawford and Errol Spence had. You know, they certainly weren't enemies or hated each other. They could sit around each other and be very cordial, friendly even. But they fought hard as hell. Now, Bud whooped Spence's ass, but, you know, the idea was there. The seeds were planted for like a hard, gritty, competitive two-way battle. Didn't play out that way, but that's what was projected. And you can certainly see that with Inoue and Nakatani. They're still showing a little pre-fight piece. Hyping the fight. They'll be walking in just a second. Literally in like maybe 60 seconds or less. Oh. Jimmy Lennon Jr. is now speaking. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime. It's showtime. Nishida walking first. Looked like he had maybe a gray or silver top. Gray, silver, or white, I can't really tell by the way the light's hitting it. Black and red trim. Matching trunks. Matching shoes. Black gloves. Brother looks the part. Okay. They look sharp. Ryosuke Nishida walking to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Looks very confident. Banging his gloves together. Getting that padding in the knuckles where he wants it. Okay. Very confident look to him. Again, he doesn't seem awed or overwhelmed or out of his depths. Nope. And Ryosuke Nishida has entered the ring at 6:38 Central Standard Time. Let the record show 6:38 Central Standard Time here in Dallas, Texas, USA. Nishida looks like a Toyota executive. He did have a very business-like look to him when they showed him in his suit and shit. Whereas, like, with Junto looked like a fighter in a suit. You're right. He did have a Nishida had a very polished businessman look about him. Nishida looks like a Toyota executive. That's hilarious. Now Junto. That robe is dope. I can't tell if that's brown or it's very shimmery, very glittery. He got all kind of ads on it. Brother be sharp, though. A little bounce to him as he walks to the ring. White gloves. I'm sure the shoes will match the gloves. Probably white shoes. I ain't seen yet, but taking my daily pills, my vitamins. I take a blood pressure pill. My shit is low now. TMI, like y'all give a shit. Anyway, Junto Nakatani is now in the ring. I still can't quite make out his colors. Put on my damn glasses, at least for that. It's like a reddish, brownish base, orangish base with white striping. It's sharp and it's glittery, it's shimmery. Now they're about to do the Japanese anthem. Team Junto. He's got the Sunco ad on the front of his trunks. My man got more ads than a NASCAR. He got all kind of ads. Make that money. Make that money, bro. Shit, if somebody want to sponsor my little fitted caps, I got space right here. Bud Zero, talk to me. Holla at me. The official drank, not drink, drank. The official drank of the REED-BBS live stream. Bud Zero. The beauty of both fighters being from the same country, it's just one anthem. It's just one anthem. So now let's get to it. I read that this is Nakatani's first unification fight, which you would think third weight class he would have unified at one of the other two, but no. No. And this would be the first IBF belt in his trophy case. He's got WBO at 112, WBO at super flyweight 115. He's WBC champ at 118, and he can bring home the IBF. He will bring home the IBF in a few minutes. In a few minutes. Jimmy Lennon Jr. Make that money, Jimmy. This fight could be slow and tedious at times. There could be a lot of figuring out and adjusting. Put it this way, it would be quite a statement. As great as Junto Nakatani is, top 10 pound for pounder easily. Three-weight world champion. We get it. If he can get this dude out early, now that's a statement. That's a statement. He's got everybody before 6 or fewer. I don't think that's happening today. If it does, it does. Junto looks like Junto. Nishida. Here we go. Campeón y campeón. This moment right here is probably my favorite part. Right before the fight starts. They showed the records and they staring each other down. Each dude's corner holding my man's belt up. Oh yeah, this is dope. This is dope. Crowd seems excited. Their dimensions are virtually the same. Junto starts off pressing the action. Junto comes out throwing some shit. He's making a fight early, which isn't the norm from what I've seen. I'm still catching up on Junto's early fights. I, of course, saw the Maloney KO. And all of his bantamweight fights. The title fight, winning bout, and then his defenses. Yeah, he's come out real aggressive. More aggressive than I would have expected. He's not going to let Nishida stink him out. Anyway, getting Junto hyped up, he better be careful. I hear you, Mark. He's come out more aggressive than I certainly expected. We're going to see what kind of shape he's in if Nishida is still here in round 6, 7, 8. Because Junto is expending some energy. He's getting hit now, too. They're trading shots. Nishida can't afford to trade, though. Nishida can't do that. He's swinging back, though. Nishida is. He belongs here, Nishida. Whatever happens, happens. But, yeah, he ain't, just some astrolabio that's going to get stuck with a jab to the body. Good jab to the body, but Nishida got more fight in him than that, I believe. The last guy Nakatani fought was tall. Good uppercut, Junto. Nakatani's at close range. He's throwing haymakers. He's throwing that hard-ass left crosses. Southpaw jab. Nishida backs him to the ropes. Nishida working the body. Those are his hardest shots. Nishida comes over the top with the left hand. This first round is real good. This first round is more exciting than I thought any round of the whole fight would be. Yeah, these dudes are fighting. This is some good shit. Real good round. Who knew? Nishida stood his ground. He lost the round, but Nishida stood his ground and I think earned some respect from Junto. Nishida has sneaky power, just not a finisher. There's some thud on his shots. I'll say that, Mark. Yeah, there's some thud on his shots. You don't want to just sit there and take too many of them. That's for sure. That was a very good first round. Damn. Good shit, fellas. Okay. I'll be late for my job this morning in 11 minutes, and it's already well worth it. It's already well worth it. Very good round one. Very active. I'm already seeing some. You can tell Nishida's been touched up under his eyes. Round two, they meet each other center ring. Junto's peppering the right jab. Good left hand over the top from Nishida. Junto's quicker. We see that. He's quicker. But him hanging in the pocket trying to get off his own offense is making him available to be hit. Like Mark mentioned about Inoue. Inoue, he gets wet because he likes to dance in the rain, so to speak. Nishida is probably better off being tight. If he's trying to win, yes, Christopher, he's not going to beat Nakatani trying to play it safe and fight off of his back foot. To win, he's got to, like you say, stay tight and hope he lands one of them body shots or something. He's pushing Junto backwards. And there's still some good exchanges. Junto tried to bait him in. Jab right hand from Junto. They trade jabs. Another jab left hand from Junto. I said jab right hand earlier. I meant jab left hand. Jab left hand again from Junto. Jab. Ooh, good left over the top from Junto. Another good left over the top. Nishida's taking him well. He hasn't looked the least bit hurt or deterred. That was a good left hand that landed. Good jab from Junto. I think it's better for Junto if Nishida continues to press him because Junto's at his best countering. And now Nishida is bringing it to Junto. He just walked into another left hand. Junto opens up and Nishida's just covering up. It's been a good round for Junto. He'll pick Nishida apart as long as Nishida engages him first, brings the fight to him. Don't let Nakatani let rip that long left. Nakatani gets clipped by left hooks pretty frequently, but not sure Nishida can capitalize being a southpaw. Good observation, Christopher. Christopher C., good observation. It's been a good fight through 2 rounds. Junto was looking to brawl in the first round, and then he fought off of his back foot well in the second round. So it'll be interesting to see how Junto fights round 3. That left hand he landed, it hit Nishida in his ear, neck area. Had he got that shit around on that jaw, shit, he might have done something. We would have got a good taste of Nishida's chin at that point. Round 3. Good jab from Nishida. Snapped Nakatani's head. Another good jab. Nishida has a sneaky jab. He don't throw it a lot, but when he throws it, it's meaningful. He's still bringing the fight to Junto. I think his nose might be bleeding. Nishida's. Good body shot from Nishida. They trade shots out of the clinch, out of a break. This dude ain't no scrub, man. Whether he's on Junto's level or not, he ain't no scrub. Good jabs from Junto. Jab uppercut from Junto. He's so smooth with the delivery of his punches. Real good southpaw jab. And then he comes over the top out of nowhere with them left hands. Nishida still forcing the action. He's going to walk into something. Good right hand from Junto. Nishida's holding. He's managed to lure Nishida into engaging, which is going to pay off for Junto. He didn't allow Nishida to stink him out. He forced the pace very early. They trade body shots. Decent left hand over the top from Nishida. Nishida's still very competitive, but you can just feel the fight slipping away. That bruising under his left eye is getting worse. He's in the fight, but he's lost all 3 rounds. Or at best, you could have round 1 a draw, maybe. But Junto's won the last 2 clearly. So now I wonder, and we're not in desperation mode, but thinking a couple rounds ahead, will Nishida continue to force the issue, or will he decide to? Will there come a point where he decides to play it safe and try to survive? We'll see if we get to that point. We're not there yet, but I could see how this type of fight could play out into that. Nishida still center ring, gloves high and tight. He fires the left hand over the top. He gets off a pretty decent flurry. They trade jabs. We're in round 4, by the way. 2 minutes remaining in round 4. She's just having a good round. Landing some headshots. Now Junto's answering back. They're both right there, squared up. Standing on the Prime logo. Junto got them chopping ass left hands. I think Nishida may be stronger. He is stronger than Junto. When they're squared up, trying to both hold their ground, he's forcing Junto back. Junto just grazed Nishida with a long left on the chin. Nishida was pulling back, and it looked like it might have grazed him. Getting close, though. If he's landing that, if he's getting there in round 4, another good left. That bodes well for the latter rounds. Good left hand from Nishida. They're engaging toe to toe. Mano y mano. Nishida goes to the canvas in a clinch. His right eye starting to look messed up too. Yeah, he's eating shots. Good left hook from Junto. Oh shit. This swelling is real bad on Nishida's right side. Damn. I didn't notice the swelling was that bad. Shit. That's them left hands. And that's just after 4 rounds. Nishida fought well in the 4th round, though. He may have even won it. He fought well in the 4th. And he caught Nakatani in between shots with a left hand. He caught Nakatani nice. You don't see Nakatani hit that flush with headshots. Not in his bantamweight fights. This is already his toughest bantamweight opponent. Nishida's still engaging. That's just how he's going to fight now. So I think it's there. It's there for Nakatani to get the stoppage, just based on the way Nishida continues to fight. Nishida's going forward. He realizes he ain't going to beat this guy off of his back foot, so he's not fighting that way. And respect to Nishida for doing such. And they're just staying at close range, chopping away at this point. Junto moving laterally just to create space. Throwing the jabs, dipping. Jab, left hand out of nowhere, then an uppercut out of nowhere. Nishida, you can see it in his face, the punishment. He's game. His eyes are still like there and engaged, but the damage to his face. He looks like a beat up Toyota executive now. He looked like a Toyota executive that got his ass whooped. Good exchange. Nishida gets the worst of it. I don't know if he was off balance or if he was legit buckled. Junto just got wild with a left hand there. Like a home run haymaker ass punch. Did his mouthpiece come out or something? Oh, they're checking the swelling. They have the doctor check the swelling along Nishida's right eye. It might be some type of orbital fracture or some shit because this shit is swollen pretty bad, and it just kind of became sudden. It's taking its toll. Junto getting wild though. He's just swung and missed with the wildest right hand I've ever seen him throw. He's having fun though. Went back to his corner laughing. Him and Rudy. So okay. Junto Nakatani firmly in control after 5 rounds. Firmly in control. I thought it would be much more tactical. Maybe Nishida was just selling that the whole time to try to okie doke him. I don't know. I don't know. Junto comes out aggressive. We're now in round 6. Nishida's legs got weak in a clinch. He went down, not off a punch, but just, Junto's jumping on him. Junto smells blood. Nishida takes a knee out of nowhere. I'm starting to see a little breakage. Starting to see some give in Nishida mentally. He's starting to, the body language and all of that. I think it's taking a toll on him. Junto needs to get a little less wild. I get it. You're aggressive. You smell the blood. You the shark. The blood's in the water. You want to go ahead and eat. That right eye is closing fast, too. And to have your right eye closed against a southpaw banger like Junto Nakatani, that's not good. Oh, he just landed a right hand, Junto did. Nishida hanging in the pocket, but he's clearly getting the worst of it. Clearly. Junto beating him up now. Beating him up now. Big round for Junto. Most one-sided round of the fight thus far. Most one-sided round of the fight. He's just flinging them around now. I had said Nishida was stronger. He don't look it now. Nakatani's flinging him around, and in every way, physically, one looks like the winner, the other the loser. Nishida just tried to glove touch him at the end of that round. Well, I would say the writing is on the wall. I think we're just going into round 7 or 8. I don't know, man. No. Team Junto. Right hand. Nishida getting his ass whooped. They just stopped it. His corner just stopped it. His corner just stopped it. That was good. Because it was only going to get worse, dog. It was only going to get worse. How about that? How about that? Winner by TKO, Junto Nakatani. Winner by TKO and new IBF, Ring Magazine, and WBC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Junto Big Bang Nakatani. Hey, y'all, thank you for rocking with me. Fight's over. I'm 11 minutes late for work, so I'm going to go ahead and get off. There will be a post-fight video dedicated to this. I got a couple post-fight, couple videos forthcoming. I got to do something on the Keyshawn Davis saga. I didn't say much about it during the live stream. But thank y'all for joining me for the Junto Nakatani RYOSUKE Nishida Bantamweight Championship live stream narrated by REED-BBS. God bless and have a good day, y'all. Peace.